This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Year-old woman strangled to death in Mandaveli. Police at the scene of crime are conducting investigations. GSAT-12 mission is a success. ISRO launches a new communication satellite into space with an indigenous rocket.
PSLV C-17 GSAT-12 mission is successful.
Shakil Akhtar, top cop in Tamil Nadu, recounts the horrors of friends caught in 26/11 attacks. Says that the fight against terror will continue.
It never creates a sense of fear that makes our thinking stronger.
AIADMK's official nominee to Rajya Sabha, journalist and anchor-turned-politician Rabi Bernard, is elected to Rajya Sabha unopposed.
I will be eternally grateful to this generosity and I will work with all my efforts and heart.
An inspiring tale of a scavenger being blessed with education and working towards rehabilitating others. Don't let your creative juices flow on your car's number plates. Keep it straight and simple, orders the state police. And how have Friday blockbusters fared? A hit or miss? We tell you. Very good evening. You're watching Late Night News with me, Ashmit Kumar. Time now for stories that are making headlines from across the nation. Opera House CCTV footage shows 3 to 4 people talking on the phone for over 90 minutes at the same spot. Sources also say that Indian Mujahideen sleeper cells may have been activated. Home Minister says all groups are under the scanner. Politicians descend on Mumbai after the blasts, but does India want them to be seen squabbling over terror? Story of a diamond merchant who was maimed in the Mumbai train blasts, who could have been a casualty in the Opera blast case. Now the FBI is probing allegations that Murdoch's paper hacked the phones of 9/11 victims. And Virendra Sehwag will miss the first 2 tests versus England since he's not fully fit. MS Dhoni says India will miss Virendra Sehwag. First up, Sriharikota, India's leading spaceport in Andhra Pradesh, was a scene of excitement and celebration after the successful launch of nearly 1.5-ton communication satellite GSAT-12. Now, the satellite was sent accurately into the orbit with a powerful indigenous version of the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, or PSLV C-17. Excuse me. In what scientists described as a textbook launch, the launch vehicle witnessed liftoff at 4:48 p.m. sharp. This was the 18th successful mission for the PSLV series of launch vehicles. Now, the GSAT-12 is a communication satellite which will augment the capacity of the INSAT series of satellites launched by India. Equipped with 12 transponders, the satellite will help make advances in the fields of telemedicine and teleeducation.
I'm extremely happy to state that the PSLV C-17 GSAT-12 mission is successful. The launch vehicle injected the satellite very precisely into the intended orbit.
Well, moving ahead now, there have been protests by advocates belonging to the DMK against Chief Minister Jayalalitha's visit to the Madras High Court campus on Saturday to lay the foundation stone for the Alternative Disputes Resolution Centre. Now, immediately after the protest by the DMK-backed advocates, the AIADMK advocates wing gathered in large numbers to protest against the DMK. Now, the DMK-backed advocates said that it was not proper for the Chief Minister's part to attend meetings at the High Court campus, as some cases are still pending against her. Now, the AIADMK-backed advocates shouted slogans against the DMK chief during the protest. AIADMK's official nominee to Rajya Sabha, A. William Rabi Bernard, was elected to Rajya Sabha unopposed today. Now, today being the last day for the withdrawal of nomination for a single seat vacated by AIDMK's KV Ramalingam, who became the state PWD minister, the certificate of election was given to Rabi Bernard by Assembly Secretary AMP Jamaluddin in the presence of Chief Electoral Officer Praveen Kumar, who is the supervisor of the elections.
I pledge today that I will be eternally grateful to this generosity, and I will work with all my efforts and heart to fulfill the dreams and the hopes my leader has on me.
And well, in reports coming in of a murder in Mandaveli, relatives of a 26-year-old woman upon entering her house found her lying unconscious. The relatives rushed the victim to the private hospital. Now the doctors declared the victim brought dead. Police sources have reported marks of strangulation. Now the body has now been shifted to a government hospital for post-mortem. It will be conducted tomorrow. Now the police has been conducting investigations at the scene of crime. They have not ruled out a possible case of murder for gain. And well, if you are one of those who has a yen for fancy number plates for your vehicle, be warned, the police are not amused by your flight of fancy. And you may well end up paying a fine, especially if you show off the fancy number plates on networking sites by uploading those pictures, because the cops are on the watch on Facebook as well. Vahita Devi brings us this report. You may be a fan of James Bond or even the boss, but having them on your number plates is stirring up the police quite a bit, and with good reason. Fancy number plates are illegal, so if your number plate is 8055 and you paint it to look like the boss, then you are in trouble.
Regarding this number plates and all, we are driving heavily. For this year, we have booked 36,723 cases, and a fine amount of is being collected for 1,95,000. So enforcement on defective number plates and fancy number plates is being constantly enforced by our traffic officers throughout the city.
While traffic police say that they want it all in plain numbers, owners have their own take on why they flout the norms.
It is supposed to be a fancy number plate. Now can you please tell me, this is supposed to be illegal. Why are you carrying it still?
இது வந்துட்டு ரேஸ்க்காக ரெடி பண்ணுறது தான். ஸோ இது பெயிண்டிங் எல்லாமே பண்ணுறதுனால நம்பர் போர்டும் ஃபேன்சியாக பண்ணணுன்றதுக்காக தான் அது போடுறது. இது இல்லீகலாக தான்.
இன்னும் போலீஸ் பிடிச்சிடுவாங்களே.
நாங்கள் நின்னா தானே பிடிக்கிறது.
நின்னா தானே பிடிக்க போகிறாங்க.
Clearly, this is a case of beauty versus the beast, and while owners may feel that jazzing it all up is the in thing, police say safety first, aesthetics later. In Chennai, with camera person Lucas and Sahai Raj and reporter Vahita, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu. And while it's deja vu for Mumbaikars who are not impressed with tags of resilience, they argue that's only a case of livelihood. We tell you about their sorrowful tales on the other side. Keep watching.